Okay.
so
Well, hello, hello.
Hello.
hey,
Hey, baby.
I like those
Hey,
glasses, honey.
baby.
Where you get them
my
from?
little
Where you
my
found
little
those?
lady is dark back here. I need to
I
make her
can't tell you all my
bright.
secrets.
You won't tell nobody where you get your stuff from?
No, I never tell anybody.
Okay, and online or in person? How about that?
I'll text it to you.
Okay, thank you. Those are cute.
I
I
told you I
lost
got
my
a lot of
favorite
different
shade.
glasses. I had the ones that light up last week. I got the googly ones. I had
Hmm.
the heart stripping blood. I have some other
I
ones
like
too.
that. Watch my mama text me about your hat. She love all your hats. I
Mama
like
can have
that
my
one,
hat.
honey.
So,
My
She
mom
like
told me she watched the show last week with her fiance.
oh,
Oh,
was
how the
he
wedding
was he a
going?
90-day fiance?
I'm sorry, I said no.
Was he a
Look,
90-day
I hope
fiance?
not. Child, she's getting married in December.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
hello,
I'm not used to sharing
Aramis.
my mama, but I'll share
We're gonna
now.
give we're gonna give people a few minutes. I see the numbers going up, so
Hey, Aramis.
We're gonna wait a few minutes. So hey,
Hey
well,
there.
ladies, how was your weekend?
Uh,
It was one
busy.
of the best weekends in a while because I went to my first diva brunch
You came
called
over?
Our House in Wynwood.
Oh yes.
Why not
Yes. So
Tell
I
us
owl?
had
about
the
that. Hi,
it was my
Una.
it
Mm-hmm.
was my daughter's birthday. So we're in February. So I want to say happy birthday to my daughter. It's Aquarius season. All
So
right,
yeah.
Aquarius. So my daughter celebrated her 24th birthday and she had an entire weekend planned. And we went to our house. I guess it's like a what do you call it?
It's
Like
a
a drag
drag
brunch?
queen brunch.
Yes.
Yes.
And then
It's
later
where the
that
men are
night,
women and the women are
yeah,
questionable.
I saw everything up in there. Let
I'm
me
sure
tell
you did,
you.
honey. It's a good time.
Yeah, and then I also then that night we went out to dinner to Bart and G. So that was an experience too because they are really known for their big
Mm-hmm.
presentations. And so I was caught off guard with all the presentations. So we just had a great night, but I'm tired. I can tell you that.
So you're telling us not to ask you for money because after a Barton G in our house this weekend, I know you broke. Honey, the
um
time I went to Barton G and they gave me my check, I was like, "Oh, you must have brought the wrong check." Because
exactly.
Barton G is so I like Barton G as like a one-time experience,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
then when you see your check, that's the reason it's the one-time experience.
Listen, we
Exactly.
went for our
It,
anniversary one year. I said, "Oh, this is
mm,
nice," and I ordered stuff. Just be listen. I did not. I don't think I barely tasted my food. When we saw that bill, I was like, "Oh no, sir, no,
Yeah.
ma'am."
yeah.
And it wasn't like if it was great, yes, but it wasn't that good to for my bill to have three digits.
To stop paying your electric bill to go out to dinner there.
Right.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. It was my first time. That's where my
Mm.
daughter chose and picked. But I can say I'm just like you guys. I was like, okay, I could check that off and say I've been, but I won't be going back. Not after those prices. Oh no. No, no, no,
And
no,
it's
no, no.
not great.
Oh, and just so you know, you have not shaken the Jackson thing. Okay. You see Alicia Brown, she says you need to show the audience how much you appreciate the audience by doing your control dance you did
Oh
in high school. So we're gonna get that one day, y'all.
yes. I need somebody to find that video. Lord Jesus. I wonder. Well, I guess
So
did we even record back in the 90s?
yeah, okay. I'm
Okay.
like, does somebody have that Polaroid picture that you would take and it would bring out the little thing
And
and
you
you'd have to
shake
shake
it.
it?
Let me see if it's
And
online somewhere. Let me look.
It probably
okay.
is. My wedding
So
dance is out there. That went viral. Thanks to you, Dr. Shonda. You
Sha-
Hmm.
recorded that.
Shonda, did you go to any expensive restaurants this weekend?
Expensive.
I went to know the Flanagan's actually. I stayed in my
Oh,
budget.
Hey, that's
okay.
my spot.
Hey,
I stayed in
Which
my
Flanagan's
one you
lane.
went to? You got your green cup? Look,
Wing
there
it,
you
Wing
go.
It Wednesday.
No.
Wing It Wednesday.
No, we went shopping. Myself and some of the team members went shopping for the summit. So exciting! And what did I do Sunday? Oh, Sunday I had to sing at church. So I was at church all day Sunday, and then I came home went to sleep.
Nice.
You got sleep
Not
because you
much.
never sleep.
I
Never.
only got sleep because my body shut down. It was I wasn't trying to sleep. I was trying to do something else. I was trying to
Yeah.
get my body. I was changing the channel and snoring. George said, "Give me remote control because you sleep." I was like, "No, I'm not. I'm not sleeping." So I was tired,
Yeah.
and the day My husband got tired of me not doing the laundry, so he dragged me to the laundromat today. I guess because I've been neglecting my domestic duties, but it's okay. We got everything done now, so I could finish washing at home and catch
There you
up.
go.
There you
So,
go.
Well, as you saw, Mama Gloria, I took her to brunch yesterday.
Oh, Mama
Um,
Gloria.
So yeah, I took her to brunch, and then I surprised her on the way home. I had to go grocery shopping for the week, and I came to the car with a big bouquet of flowers from Publix because
oh, that was
I love my
sweet.
mom, and I had to appreciate her. So
So
you give her the flowers.
sweet.
So, but on that note, lady, we finna get it rolling.
Yes.
Welcome.
Whoop, whoop. Monday.
So we have a special guest who
Yes.
just rang my doorbell, and she's ready to join. So we gonna bring her in. Can the audience please give us some hearts and some likes for the one, the only, and she's coming back again from last week. Dr. Venus is in the house.
Yes.
So happy to
A show
see you.
favorite.
That is my favorite. She knows that. So
Yes.
well, welcome, Miss Miller. How are you? I was gonna say Miss Venus, but then I said no, it's
okay.
Dr. Venus.
It's
Miss
whatever.
Miller. So sounding good. I love it. So
How you doing? How you doing out there?
Living the dream.
Me
So
with the glasses, period.
yeah, that's why I put us on this side,
And he
So we
won't
have
tell
the
nobody
glasses
where he
here
got them from.
and the non-glasses over
um,
there.
TK by herself.
He,
Oh, okay.
Now wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I'm by myself. I'm
Oh,
never by
there we
myself.
go. So we're doing the glasses
We're
tonight.
just gonna be sophisticated tonight, huh, everybody?
I love
Yes.
those frames, TK.
Yes,
Yeah.
very Rhonda Burgundy.
Look very studious.
He just called me Rhonda Burgundy. You caught the shade. Did you catch the shade?
I
Okay.
did.
Oh,
Baby.
she's one of my favorite personas that you do. What you mean shady? So, well, ladies, I want to get into it, okay? And I have to tell you why. Something happened to me this weekend, and I had to ask you your opinion, okay? Because the I'm not gonna say we're old because we're not old, but our age group is very different from these youngins.
We're mature.
Yes, let's say we're the mature age group.
Decent.
So this weekend, I had been talking to somebody, and we went on a date.
Mhm.
And I thought the date was going well. And then I got told, well, I really like you, but I don't want to date you. I want to be friends with benefits. And it made me start thinking, is friends with benefits a good idea or a bad idea? And I started weighing the pros and cons of each. I'm going to tell you what I think are the pros and some of the cons, and then I want to go around the podcast room and hear what our audience thinks, because I also got this topic from somebody on Facebook who we were talking. I wanted something spicy. I wanted something like not too controversial that we get shut down or canceled, but enough of the controversy that there would
Twitter
be differences of opinions. Yes, I don't need Candace, Miss whatever her name from Twitter coming at me. She's actually the reason I got blocked from Twitter because of her. So
Miss
she can't come
Owens,
at
the
me.
wrong Miss Owens.
The different
Yeah,
Miss
she is not
Owens.
related to me.
So thank God. So okay, real quick, 2 things that I thought were pros to being a friend with benefits. One is there's no commitment. You don't have to know what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I'm seeing, what I'm eating, or taking a shower, or nothing. There's no commitment, but I get the perks with it. We get to go to restaurants and be cute and go to the movies and do all that. And afterwards, we go back home and then the fun begins, right?
Mhm.
The one that was weird for me that I think is good is the risky behavior. It's that taboo portion of your life of we could get caught, we may never get caught. Our other friends, we're hanging out with our other friends, they don't know. And then I was running this story by a friend of mine, and this particular person was like, that happened to me. I was in a group of friends messing with another friend. None of the friends knew, but when the friends found out, and here are some of the bad parts. When the friends found out, it started causing animosity in the friendship, the drama arose, and the friendships became a mess. So ladies, I want to know, before you were married, because I know the three of you
All three
have husbands. I know y'all have husbands, okay? But before you had husbands, there was friends with benefits, or in our age group, the mature group, we used to call them dates. Now we don't date anymore. You know, before, so Dr. Venus, actually, before we got on, I was telling the two ladies, I said, what happened to the old school courting a woman, picking her up? You might have got to first base at the end of that night, or you may have not, and walking her to the door. Now the younger group almost feels like, oh, we went to dinner? It's time to get itchy kitchy ooh la la. So, ladies, I'm going to pass it to whoever wants to go first. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Did you have a friend with benefits before? So tell your husbands to watch another show for the next 10 minutes.
Well, my husband, husband's sitting right here.
Okay, so Shonda's answer is no.
Yes, mine knew my past. Everybody got a past, so he know my
exactly.
story.
But I'll go first. I want to answer the questions. Are good. It's good if you have to know what you're getting into. Don't say, you know what, we can be friends with benefits, but get mad when him or her talks to someone else, or is dating the person on Tuesday, you know, and you're the person on Wednesday, or wherever. You know, you can't get in your feelings. Yeah. If that's what you're going to do, then you need to agree to it, suck it up, and keep it moving. You cannot get into that and say, you know, well, why didn't you call me, or why didn't you this? There's no questions to be asked. We're friends with benefits. Now, friends with benefits still means we need to respect each other now. Yeah. That doesn't mean that we're going out on a date that you could stop what you're doing with me and go try to speak to or holler at whatever, you know what I mean, or whomever. So even though it's friends with benefits, we just need to be respectful to each other and make sure everybody knows their role. You know what I mean? Know what it is what y'all are doing. Make sure that there aren't any expectations that the other doesn't know about. If that's what we're gonna do, that's what we're gonna do. Don't get into it and say, you know, maybe some people get in a relationship with friends with benefits and they're like, well, maybe later on him and her will want to be with me exclusively. No, you're going into it the wrong mindset. You need to know what is currently going on, accept it, and keep it moving. And yes, I mean, back in my days, 20 plus years ago, of course, you know, there are people that you just don't want to be in a relationship with. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with going out, hanging out, having a good time, but being my man. You know what I mean? But that's clear and put on the table. That's how you keep out of trouble. That's how you know, you got to communicate and make sure y'all just know what's going on and be on the same page.
Why you took everything I was going to say? But I can... Diva B, I could just tell you what happened to me, or I don't know how others may feel, but it was no secret that this I went through my first divorce. So you can imagine, after I'm divorced, it doesn't mean that I'm about to be celibate and I don't want to be with anybody and I'm like nurse non-TK. No, I had a life. However, I didn't want to get back into another serious relationship.
Right.
So I felt like I don't want to lead somebody on. So I made sure I dated. And you have to define, what does dating mean? Does that mean we're dating and we get to see other people? Or like Shonda said, we're dating and just, you know, make sure we cover our expectations. Like, don't question me. If I didn't answer the phone, if you text me, don't start, because you know what this is. So it's like, I didn't want to go. But I did tell them that I didn't want anything serious. I'm not looking for anything serious right now. Let's just go out and have fun. So I
Yeah.
do love going out to dinner. And wait, but I do want to say one thing about me, Diva B, and that's where I want to just hear from you guys and want to hear from the audience. Yes, I dated, but I didn't give everybody the jewels, baby. So they didn't get that benefit at the end. So because I'm
So then they
very
was just
picky.
friends.
They was just friends.
There was
and
no benefits.
But I can't say that men expected. They did. Why men expected to get it, but I had to make that very clear. I just don't sleep with everybody. Just because you take me out to dinner doesn't mean you are privy to this. Do you please understand? Do you know you got to be special to be in my presence? So I just
You're like the benefit is you're my friend.
Exactly. You better be glad. You better be glad I'm on the phone with you. You better be glad I even went out with you. So I can't say that they didn't get the benefit. So I don't, I hear about that. So I would love to hear from you guys and how that works. Now, granted, when I then fell in love, or I was single for 10 years before I met Pharaoh. But when I met him, it was like, okay, I don't want to play that game anymore. So we actually said we're dating with a purpose. Like there's different stages to dating.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like we're dating to see where this is going to go. And then all of a sudden, when you being introduced to mama and introduced to daddy, things starting to get a little serious then, So
right. Yeah, we don't need to go there.
Exactly. But I wanted that. So it was okay. So I guess you just need to define what your expectations are. And it's okay.
True. So, Dr. Venus, before you answer, I want to throw another question because you, as we've known in the past, you are a mental health doctor who, that's your specialty. So, is there a mental health issue with people who want to be friends with benefits instead of committing and saying, hey, we're actually boyfriend and girlfriend, or we're just friends because mentally we can't handle a commitment and things like that? So, the stage is yours.
A very, very good question. I listened to all of it. So personally, when I was a friend with the benefit, giving the benefits, and then sometimes not receiving the benefits, because the benefits don't go one way. When I said I want to be a friend with benefits, the first time I said it was because, again, I was like TK coming out of divorce, and I just didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. I wanted what I wanted, but I didn't want that. But in that, every time I said that, I found myself, because the benefit, in fact, is that a benefit? So what do you define as a benefit would be my first question, because a benefit, if it's just having sex with you, that benefits me. But if you ain't good, it ain't benefit me. So it depends.
Come on now, doctor.
You can have a friend that looks like they got a benefit, and you get in bed with them, it's not a benefit. It's a negative. You might want to harm them a little bit because of a lot of pressure. So sometimes what benefit you're talking about, if I just want to have sex with you at that time in my life, I was like, this is all I want to do. Now don't catch no feelings, because I ain't got none. I got one thing I need to do to test you out, to see if you can provide the benefit I need before you even take me on a date. So I was a little bit backward. I test the benefit, then you can date me. Don't take me on a date, then I get mad later. So it's no need. It depends on where you are. I know you said
just tell the truth, why don't you?
The truth is, when we look at a person, you decide what benefit you want anyway. You decide at that point, wherever you at. Even as a hurt young woman, I can look at somebody and say they could be marriage material, but my fear would have me say, let me do the benefit first, because I want to try the package out. Because the last one I tried, I lived with, I married, and I ain't worked. So I go into some things with fear. So when we talk about friends with benefits, it is kind of cliche-ish, but a lot of it stems from fear. And what benefit is it to date you? And I don't have nothing else to do with you. So there's two people involved in that: the person that receives it, and the person that receives, the person that's giving it. They come into agreement. They have two fears meeting. I don't mean fear like you need psychological help. Fear that I've already tried and this didn't work. Right. The truth about friends with benefit, you're not in the healed place, and it's not a benefit, because somebody gonna catch a feeling, a good one or a bad one, and you still have not benefited. So when we say friends with benefits, it can be a temporary situation where I just want sex for that time. I ain't had none in the whole day, some people a whole year, or whatever it is. What is the benefit that? Do I need sex from you? Do I need companionship from you? Every time you get with somebody, the benefit is not sex. The benefit could be companionship, right? I with my companionship and my feelings with you, I may want to have sex with you afterwards. And then sometimes I just went full force, and they did not ask me. I asked them, listen, I need you for this benefit. Are you available? I'm telling
Yeah.
you how young I was.
Right.
You had the
point in my life.
power. Yeah,
You
you
know,
had the power because it's what you
Right.
wanted.
Right. Then there was a time I said, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to just have sex. It's getting a little boring. I mean, after a while, you want companionship.
Mhm.
And then there's a point in your life you just want sex. There's a point in your life you just want communication. It's a point in your life you want it all. And there's a point you don't give a good goddamn on. So it depends on where you are when you talk about benefit. What benefit to you, to me, is not always sex for me. At this age, I can buy it, pack it up, rent it, sell one, give you one, drop it, whatever.
Come on, doctor.
Come on,
At a point in your life, you had a lot of sex, most of us. And you kind of know what you want. I want this, that, do this. You don't know how to do that. That's not good. I want you to fix this. That's wrong. Okay, don't. You know, we kind of know as we mature and season kind of what we want. That kind of shapes your benefit. So the truth is, friend with benefits is what benefit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know,
Right.
let me just piggyback off of Dr. Miller real quick, because in making sure that people know what's going on, because that's when you're gonna start having people that's stalking you
Yes.
and not understanding what the situation is. You gotta
Yes.
communicate. And when you
Yes.
see somebody breaking the rules, then you gotta back up. When the red
Yeah.
flags pop up
Mhm.
and you want a friend with benefit and they start saying, okay, you know what? Well, we had sex yesterday. Some people get in their feelings when they have
Yeah.
sex.
They get in their
Mhm.
As
feelings.
much as they say
I was
it,
gonna
they
say
may
the same
say,
thing.
I want to side note, Dr. Sean, that and this is a sad occasion, but I seen 2 occasions on Facebook. I wasn't talking about the benefits, but you can have friends with benefits and then release that benefit and causes a trauma, like somebody taking somebody's life because they cannot deal with it.
Right.
And so we
The
see
rejection.
Yes, we've seen 2
Okay.
instances, and it wasn't friend with benefits because at some point, even when you divorce a person, at one point you liked them, had sex with them, had a baby with him, and he was the bomb. And now he or she is ugly, tore down, or whatever it is, because now in your mental space, they're no longer that connection. They no longer benefit you. In that same instance, you have kids, in both of these cases involved. You have a woman and a man tugging, 2 people who were once friends, married friends with benefits if you want to, or dealing with a person for a long time, they break up. And then I'm side noting because that friend with benefits is dangerous when you have 2 mature people, like Dr. Shonda said. And then when it's time for breakup, you got one holding. I'm gonna hold the baby. I'm gonna hold the man. I'm gonna have the other lady braid the baby hair. Those feelings get involved. And I've seen 2 people take 2 people's lives
yeah,
with the kids right there. The
Yeah.
one that we're fighting over, you in the life of the mom or the dad of that person. What happened to them mentally? Could it be that at one point, like Dr. Shonda said, the benefit we didn't communicate, or I'm playing with TK now. I know it's good, I know she like it, but I really don't like it, but I'm stringing her along. You have to be careful in benefits that you do communicate. And if you finish with the benefit, baby, you finish with the benefit. If someone tell you I don't want that, believe them.
There it
You gotta
is.
push something on them. That's when it really becomes a struggle. So thank you, Dr. Shonda. That was a side note. But friends with benefits, listen, I've had them, initiated them, stopped them, and started them. But
Yes.
in
Yes.
all of them, in all of them, somebody left for something. There's sometimes a guy just good in bed ain't good for. I still remember that. I ain't got no black.
come on now. That's a whole nother
remember your sex
conversation.
thing, but nothing else.
Well,
That's
it's
the
bringing
only-
back memories.
NC-17 podcast after midnight.
Okay, scratch it. All I'm saying is when we talk about friends with benefits, that's such a good topic. But there's so many arrows to it. Thank you, Dr. Shonda, that I don't want us to get caught up because it's hyped up. It's good. When them benefits is good. But what happened when I don't want the benefit no more? We really got to be careful with one another's feelings. And someone can get caught up easy just on. I thought I wanted to be with Diva B, and we doing our thing, and he gonna hit a spot. Oh, Diva B, I just need you for that spot. But Diva B like,
Wait a
I want
minute.
more of the spot. And before he totally disgusted. Not me, Diva
I'm
B,
gonna drink
just
off
over
of that one.
right, Diva B, just in
Wait,
relationship.
I'm gonna
wise,
follow
not
you,
necessarily
sis.
me. But
Well,
I'm saying-
ladies and gentlemen, if I ever had to have a friend with benefits, Dr. Venus would be the one, okay? So, because honey, she a strong woman. But no, actually, you know, I'm glad that you and Shonda said that about the emotions, because one of the things that really made me think even further into this is because, you know, and now I'm going to be stereotypical. In my community, as a gay man, it's very common.
Okay.
You don't have a lot of gay men, which is sad that, you know, my community is known for sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know, we sleep with everybody and they mama and the whole thing. So there are more friend with benefit situations than their actual committed relationships. So for me, I had to think outside the box. And when I did, I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to ask these questions of 3 women who women are perceived, and in society, they are known to be emotional beings. When you have that intimate moment as a woman, there's a bond or some type of connection that has been created. Where a man, honey, a man can put his thing in an electric socket just to get a twitch and he'd be okay. You know, so it's interesting to hear a woman's point of view because of that, because women are emotional beings. So when you were saying somebody in that relationship of friends with benefits is going to get emotionally attached, and I may be saying the statistics wrong, but I would think 90 to 95% of the time it's the woman who's getting attached, you know. Not to say that there are men that are not, but it's just very interesting to hear how you ladies have perceived that situation. So I actually want to do something really, really weird, because we actually have somebody else at the doorbell who popped in, who we didn't think she was going to pop in, because God only knows where she is in the world. It's like, instead of where in the world is Carmen Sandiego, it should be where in the world is Cindy Winters. Yeah. And she's at the front door, y'all. So ding dong, welcome.
Yay!
Hi, family.
We just got visitors tonight, honey.
Yes. So Cindy, have you been actually listening to the topic?
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay, so what is your opinion on friends with benefits? Is it a good opinion? Is it good? Is it bad?
Oh gosh, you know, you got to really be solid about your mental state before going into it, knowing what you want and being clear about that for sure.
Come on.
You gotta be clear.
Yeah, I mean, listen, times get rough.
Hello.
Okay, and sometimes you just need to fulfill a need, right?
Come on.
And you can have, if you are very clear and the person that you're dealing with is very clear on what their hi Diane, what their mental state is and what they want, then you can have that relationship. And I've definitely had those in my life, and they are healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Healthy. I haven't had any drama once I knew.
Right.
And I've definitely had some drama when I didn't knew, you know.
Okay. We found out
Right. When I wasn't clear, that was my problem. But when I am clear, I'm like, oh, bless you.
Yeah.
I do. You know what? I do have to do that thing that I said I was going to do. I'm not going to blow that off. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
I'm into it. There's but there has to be respect, yo. You can't just treat it like it's like literally it's trash and you just put it out whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
You have to treat it with respect. Just like any other friendship.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And it just comes down to communication. Just make sure the expectations are clear, because you don't want to mislead somebody. That's when feelings get involved. Because don't betray me. Because then you're gonna see a whole nother side of me.
But the problem with dating these days, people are not being honest in
they
the
see what they
phase.
see on TV.
Right.
And that's not the whole story.
But you know what? Dr. Miller said something that was so strong. When people show you who they are, believe them. Sometimes don't go by what they tell you. You can watch and know if a guy is into you. I'm sorry. He gonna be checking on you. He gonna be calling you. But when you don't get the replies back, the text messages, hey, beautiful, good morning, baby, maybe he's just not into you. Listen to the signs, not what he's saying.
And if he may be into you, but he just may be into himself more.
Into a few more things than you.
Yeah.
There's a couple other things.
We talk about the man and the woman being into a few things. Listen to me. You can't do two things. You can't do 2 men or 2 women or a man and a woman at the same. Do whatever you want to do, but you can't do all of that and not somebody get missing. Somebody not gonna get what they need to get, because you have to share yourself. I'm not telling you when to share and when not to share. You know, but what I'm saying to you, do know that if you begin to share yourself with more than one person, it may be fun in the beginning. That junk is exhausted. Ask me how I know. Don't ask me. If you begin to share yourself with more than one person at one point in your life, you're going to get
You're gonna get
tired,
caught.
You're gonna get
withdrawn,
burnout.
caught,
Well,
and burned out. Even if you
yeah,
tell them the
caught,
truth,
yeah, but you're gonna get
cannot.
burnout.
Yeah, it's
Or burn.
draining.
Either one.
It's
You,
draining.
you're
Yeah.
gonna get burnout or burn in.
Burn.
I was thinking the same thing.
You're gonna catch something.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna
Whether
get
it's
caught. You're
feelings or
gonna
the
get
burn.
catch.
No.
You're gonna get caught and catch. That's it.
Yes.
I'm a
And
little
we
boxing.
don't
Okay.
got time to be
Good job.
catching the burn. So, okay, well, ladies, thank you for the advice because honestly, I was torn after this date on Saturday. I was like, I never had somebody tell me, well, I don't want to date you, but I want to be your friend with benefits. You know, because I thought friends with benefits is something that you become friends and then that just comes over a period of time. You know, the benefits. I didn't think we were just going to jump in and say, oh, we're friends with benefits and I've only been on a date with you once. So I value your opinion and I thank you. I will keep you posted. I'll let you know next week if we friends or not. So
Because friends like do other things, like go to art fairs and
yes,
Exactly. We don't have
do
to.
lunch.
yeah, which I'm down for. So, because
You want to talk about benefits? You buy me some Jimmy Choo's or Louis Vuitton? Because
Well, I had to think what Venus said because she made a valid point. Do I want to commit to being friends with benefits when I don't know if the benefits may be all that good?
Bruh.
Okay.
Because if
come
you
on.
passing out pennies and I'm looking for $1, we definitely ain't got nothing in common.
When I need that Cigna healthcare and you giving me that state run ish,
Yeah.
I don't want
It
it.
make you angry. Then I gotta go back into counseling again. Oh,
Mhm.
And they don't cover that with this benefit.
thank you.
Counseling is not covered under this benefit.
So,
It's
You
okay.
out of network on that one.
You had a
Okay.
network. Can you tell I've been looking for health insurance?
your premiums are going up. So,
When you asked
True.
about benefits too, I just want to say we and I think it's one of us said it about being honest because I know we say I have said friend with benefits, but then that benefit was so good, so I changed my mind. Jeez, I changed my mind.
Woo.
Sometimes you get into something because you're the leader of it. The ball was in my court, but I lost the ball somewhere. I don't know where I lost it at.
I know, right?
So I was like, wait, hold on. Let's have another discussion. Because that sex or that thing can be so good, but don't let that fool you. A relationship is just not about good sex. Because you have good
Yeah,
sex
that's
in a
not
hot
gonna-
mess.
Yeah. Mhm.
And you know,
Exactly.
you can have someone that's doing everything else in the sex bag. You got to choose.
You have to be assured in what you got going
Right.
on so
Yeah.
firmly
It's true.
that whatever happens with that other person, it is their business.
Right.
I go with Don Luis Miguel or the Four Agreements. It is not personal.
Hey, that's my favorite book. That's my favorite. That's my leadership style. Look at you,
Yeah.
Stan. You're a reader.
She be reading or audiobooking. Listen, there's nothing wrong with listening to an audiobook. You can still pick up the same information.
I
That's
love
one of my
audiobook.
books that I recommend. Awesome.
actually, that's TK's second favorite book, y'all, because her first favorite book is the
Plan
book
the
she
life
wrote.
you want.
Exactly.
I don't know if
And
she's read that. I don't
Is
know
that
if she's
a
read
plug?
that, Diva B.
so,
Available
well,
on
moving
Amazon.
on Amazon. And log into your Paying to Purpose Amazon. 5% goes to Paying to Purpose when you make a
Smile.
purchase. So, well, we're going to move right along, ladies. Thank you for the insight to my benefits, both medical and physical. I love it. So, and because we were so blessed to have Cindy wherever she is in the world today,
Hey,
which she'll
Cindy.
share, we're going to start with her spotlight.
Cindy's spotlight. Cindy's spotlight. What? Today on Cindy's Spotlight, I want to highlight my group Butterfly Black. Once again, we're so close. We have 7 days left to the end of our crowdfunding campaign so we can release our EP. Y'all, you guys have been there to support us, and now is your opportunity to participate in something real, in really helping us get our album, our EP completed. We're very excited. We actually had a world famous DJ Natasha Diggs, debut our song, I Just Want to Love You, on her Friday night show on Instagram called Soul in the Horn. And people were jumping. Some of the people in the chat were the Club CQ crew, including DJ D Nice. And so he heard our song. We're so very excited. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what we've been up to via our crowdfunding campaign. And if you'd like to participate, I'll share the link right here. Here we go. Here's a look at what we've been able to do so far with your support. I just want to love you. So with the money so far that we've been able to raise, we've gotten to finish the first single, mix and master it, and shoot a music video and a photo shoot for album artwork. And though that came from the backers who contributed to the campaign, so we're really excited. We are $129 away from making our goal to complete the EP. So if any contribution is well appreciated for us to get to that goal. We're $129 away.
If everybody on here give $5 or $10, we could get you to that $129.
Absolutely. I've included the link in the chat. And if you would like to head over there, click on that link. And we are well on our way. 7 days until the end of the campaign. We're probably not gonna make our whole goal, but at least if we get to 30%, we'll be able to do quite a bit with that.
That's right. Every little bit helps. Absolutely.
Speak positive. You're gonna make your goal.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's not exceeded.
It's not.
I make everything a big deal. $5.
Absolutely. And anybody who contributes gets a sneak peek and a private link to our first single. I just want to love you.
Yeah, I definitely got to do mine. I keep forgetting. And I kept saying, let me go ahead and do mine. You got mine tonight, baby.
Thank you.
There it is.
Definitely. I'm doing mine tonight as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Support our sister.
Thank you so much.
That's right. You know,
I appreciate you.
Then are you shared the link in the?
I did. It's in the chat here.
Girl, I could probably do $11. Huh? Let me check my account.
Yes.
Can you loan TK $10? Because she went to Barton G this weekend, so I don't know if she got it.
Look, she may need it. I
send her a Venmo request
that's
later
the reason
on.
why you take your husband, so he can pay.
Exactly. That's the benefit. There you go.
Yes, but I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. Thank you so much.
Texas. Is it cold?
It is. It's chilly.
Yeah.
So I was actually a couple of days ago, we had just arrived in Lubbock, Texas, and we were supposed to do Sugar Land, which is Houston, Dallas, McAllen, Texas, and Austin, Texas. Because of the icy roads, we had to stop and stay in Lubbock for 2 extra days. So we end up having to cancel our Houston and Dallas show and McAllen show. So we had to cancel 3 shows. So we did Austin last night, and tomorrow night we're going to do San Antonio.
Nice.
But you're chilling tonight. Well, you're not on the show, but I know you're
literally chilling.
Hardly. Yeah. I'm just catching up on some work because we're on a tour bus. So there's not a lot that can be done on a tour bus.
Yeah.
So whenever I get like some kind of Wi-Fi, I'm so glad I have like stable Wi-Fi. I'm like, yes, I'm going to come into the show.
Yeah, you surprised me, honey. All of a sudden I heard tick, tick, and I was like, oh, yes, who's patched in? And boom,
she really
she
did
was.
Ring the doorbell. Look at there. Look at the comments, Cindy.
Alyssa Brown, thank you so much.
So now you're only $78 shy.
Come on, math.
Oh.
There.
We need to do a telethon. What is it? A telethon?
Yeah.
I'll sing a song for you right now. I'll sing a song for you right now.
We have a caller.
Let's go.
There's a hero. I'll do it.
Come on, let's go. You gotta earn that $129. Let's get it.
Trina,
someone
thank
just
you so
did
much.
$50. Come on, Trina. Come
Come
on,
on,
Trina.
That's
there
my
you go.
cousin. That's my cousin.
So
see, you're gonna be at 128 before the show even's over.
That's
okay.
Right. Okay,
I'm gonna sing y'all a song.
$50. Who got the $29? Let me go on
TK,
here.
give me a song.
Let me go on there.
Hit me with
you know, gotta be
right
something with
now,
Janet. You want to do Janet?
A Janet song?
Give me again.
Well, how about this?
You can
how about
sing
you
again.
think of a song
I got
and
it.
you let Diva B dish the dirt.
Oh, dish that dirt, Diva B. I got your song.
I'm gonna try to do a Cindy spotlight. with mine. Okay, so it's gonna be Diva B. This is the dirt, 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 dirt. Cool. Yeah, sound okay.
Yes.
I wish I had one of those things that like the auto tune things. That you be like, yeah. So, and my dirt's gonna be quick because Cindy, she gonna grace us with some song or something. So whatever song, you know what I want? I want a Disney song. Can
You
we
want a
get some
Disney song?
Moana?
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I
The
got you.
ocean.
Oh,
Anyways,
wait a minute.
so my Diva B is real quick. I want all you ladies and gentlemen who are watching to know that we are currently in the middle of the Winter Olympics. It is in
Okay.
Beijing. It's very odd this year because the stadiums are not full. China has a very big crackdown on the COVID situation over there. Some of our athletes from the United States have been sidelined because of COVID and things like that. So I normally watch the Olympics on a regular. I don't know about you ladies, but this time I haven't been watching because they've been politically, interjecting things with the politics into the Olympics, which I do not
Wow.
think politics and Olympics go together. Because if you watch the news, you know what's going on with Russia and things like that. But keep an eye out for that because it's currently on. It's all the figure skating and all that wonderful things. And then I chose this topic because this just recently happened. And once again, I feel like we take a step when it comes to Black Lives Matter. We take a step forward, but then something happens that sends us 20 steps back. And over the weekend, Amir, and I hope I'm saying his last name right, Laki, was shot and killed, 22 years old, by a police officer who was issuing a no-knock warrant. And Amir was in his sleep. Now, granted, they have said that he was holding a gun in the 14-second video, which I don't know how you can tell the whole story of a 14-second video. But there was a gun present. I haven't seen it pointed at anybody. He did have it, but when you're sleeping and you're startled with somebody going into your house, it's the same issue with the Breonna Taylor thing. It's like, yeah, I mean, what do you expect? You're in your home, you hear somebody with a key coming into your house, you get a weapon to protect you. And this seems to happen again and again and again. And I wanted to shine the light on it because, I feel that the justice won't be served if we don't call to action the truth of the matter. Why is there only a 14-second video being released to the public? Where's the whole video? And then where's the search warrant that had his name on it? Because they still don't have that. So, ladies, have you heard of this story?
No, that's
No.
my first. Did it happen this
Yes.
weekend?
It just happened this weekend. So
I did hear about it, but I feel the same way. I don't know, it's happening more often. Like how often is it happening? Because we're only hearing about a few of these cases. Because the same thing happened to Breonna Taylor, and it's scary that you could be in your house and the police come in and shoot you and say, "Oops, my bad."
Yeah.
There's no justification for that, and just because they can, they will, and it's scary.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Absolutely. So, well, that actually brings me to my second topic. So it kind of faded into one to another. And my second topic this evening is privacy rights. And I'll tell you how I came up with this topic. As I mentioned, I wanted something a little bit controversial, a little bit dramatic. And one of the things that I kept seeing while I was researching controversial topics was the topic of privacy rights. And does the government have the right to tap your phone, tap your bank accounts, tap your email, watch you via whatever satellite is in the sky above you, issue no-knock warrants to the wrong addresses where innocent lives are being taken from us? So I wanted to talk a little bit about it because they have this new surveillance thing that they're doing actually at the Beijing Olympics, where the Chinese government actually has cameras on every single street, and they use face recognition to monitor you throughout the day. How do you ladies feel about the government saying, well, Dr. Shonda, I can tap your phone in the name of national security?
I don't like
Because,
it.
honey, they tap
I'm
my
not
phone, they're
doing
going to hear a
that.
whole bunch they don't want to hear.
Okay.
I don't like it, but I mean, what can we do? Because even with like our cell phones and conversations that we have, I always thought people were crazy when they said that, you know, our phones are being tapped or whatever. But I have had conversations. Like I could talk to TK and say, "Oh, I want to go to." I've always told her I want to go to the Maldives. If I start having this conversation with her, all of a sudden I start seeing ads from websites, stuff about Maldives. I'm like, now wait a minute. Where does this come from? They're clearly hearing something. It never fails. Whatever we talk about, or something may, you know, we may talk about you know, different topics. You will start seeing those ads show up in
Yeah.
your social media news feed and stuff like that. How do we stop? I don't know. I know there's a way to see you turn your microphone off or something. I don't know. It ain't that serious for me, but I don't like it, but it's not, you know, to a point where it's it's driving me crazy, or I feel like I need to, you know, shut down my social media or my microphone or whatever. But it happens. But what can we do about it? They're gonna do it regardless
They're
of
gonna
what,
do
because
it
they're the government.
because they're the government. Yep.
So, TK, this question will be for you and
Mhm.
also for Cindy or Dr. Venus. So, as I was doing some research on privacy rights, it's so crazy to me how in this country we are so big on our Amendment 2 about guns and taking our guns away. But the Fifth Amendment of the Constitution states that it protects you from self incrimination, which protects the privacy of your personal information. And then, as Dr. Shonda just said, we have Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all these social media outlets that dig into your, you know, it's like when you are going on Facebook, one of the things they ask you is, can we have access to your camera? Now, yes, you're
Mhm.
uploading photos, but how far does the extent of accessing my pictures in my
Oh,
phone
yeah.
go to say, okay, do you go a week back in pictures, or do you have every single picture I've ever taken with this phone?
Mm.
So do you think the government tapping in your phone or your bank or your internet or whatever they may do, or surveillance your home, do you think it violates your Fifth Amendment?
Oh, absolutely. But I guess how they get away with that is that they do ask us that question. You have to literally click yes or no and grant them access. So I guess that's how they get away with it. And of course, because we want to share our photos and our videos on Facebook, what do? Yes, go ahead. You have access. So I think because
Mhm.
they knew that they were going to run into laws and things like this, so they literally put a disclaimer. Would you give us access to your photos? And what do? Hit yes. So do we like it? No. But of course, I guess in order for us to share our memories and our photos and our pictures, they need access to us. um I would love to hear from like an attorney. I guess obviously Facebook is a huge social media platform that I don't see going anywhere. And I believe if they were doing something illegal, they would have been shut down. So I think they have covered, and trust me, have some great people in place that's giving them some advice. And that's probably why they created that disclaimer for us to check that box. Would you give us access to your photos? And so they can use that if we ever try to come back and sue them for some reason. So do I like it? Hell no. You know, I'm a very private person, but I guess in order for us to share things, it's almost like even when we have guests on here, they all have to, you know, sign an agreement that they're giving us permission to use their voice, their images. So they have to cover themselves legally to get
Yeah.
access from us as well. So do I like it? The answer is no, though.
So Cindy, when does it become a problem? Especially for someone like you who you write music. So obviously if your music leaks before its time, that you know, and now I'm moving from the government aspect to more of like how social media, you know, invades your life, you know.
Right. I mean, you go into things that are like you give them permission and then you get hacked.
Mm. I didn't even talk. Yes, good point, Cindy.
So that's sort of a thing there. It's like, when you go to dispute it, it's like it's hard for you to get your account back if the hacker has changed all the passwords and sort of unfriended and blocked all of your people. And I just had a friend who manages social media for us for a specific company, and that's what happened. They went into a freeze because someone hacked their account, changed the password, blocked a bunch of their clients, and wasn't able to get in. And so they had to call Facebook and verify over and over and over to make sure that they were the true owners of the account. And it was really crazy to think about that. You know what I mean? So how do you deal with it and how do you control it? It's just like your credit card. You don't know. There are people who can be out there to steal your identity. And also Facebook has had a lot of problems. As we broadcast from Facebook Live right now, it's not lost on me. They're now they've changed their name to Meta.
I saw that. I did.
So they're a new company. They're not operating as Facebook anymore. It's just now, you know, it's been announced, but it's gonna catch up that they're gonna become Meta fully, and then they're gonna move into crypto and sort of the metaverse, whereas it's more of an augmented reality kind of experience. So we are where we are, especially if we want to use their platform to do our content. We're not paying for it. You know,
Right.
So that's the price. I guess they get to take our data.
Yeah. So, Dr. Venus, you actually, in your field, privacy rights are really, really important. You know, because you deal with people's medical history and things like that. And as we all well know, I mean, you can't even go into a hospital now unless you have a health surrogate form or your mama called the doctor before you got there. So can you shine some light on how you in your field protect, you know, others' rights besides HIPAA laws and things like that? Like, you know.
Yeah, HIPAA is the biggest first thing, but HIPAA is HIPAA. People break HIPAA every day. But it really is for us when they do come into, so there's two parts of me. There's the family practitioner part and the psychiatric practitioner part. Psychiatric patients have more privacy and more lawsuits than you ever want to think of, because I am not as a provider able to, even if you ask me something about Shonda, in order for me to answer it, I wouldn't answer it anyway. Shonda would have to give me that clearance to do so under my license. So if I did that in the facility, you wouldn't sue the facility, you would sue me, because I am the one doing this. So as a provider, there's an oath that you need to sign, in those privacy things. The only time that we are breaking privacy, it has to be life or death. And even in life or death, they have to give us who to break the promise to. They're just more specific. Do they still get broken? Of course. But in my sector, in the psychiatric and in the physical world, they have forms in place technically to hold you. When a client comes in, they have a stack of papers, and even to take their picture. Shonda noticed if it's by facility, we can't even take their picture or videotape, because you know people love to do a lot of promos. Everything has a paper trail to it. People get away with little things, but if they have to bring you back to the law, it is a paper trail of how we do it medically and psychiatrically. Even the judge can't ask for a psych patient's anything. The psych line, as soon as they come to my office, they have they can tell me almost anything other than trying to kill himself or somebody else. And I cannot divulge that information. Even if the judge reads it, he has to sit in a certain way and they have to approve it.
Wow.
That's interesting, because I would always think a judge would have the end all, you know, but wow.
Still got to send that paper. Now, if a judge asks you something, you might want to give it to him. But if they still have to, especially in psychiatry, there's more than one paper that goes along. It's very detailed. And like you say, psychiatric clients, they are the most protected even when they're being the worst.
Wow.
That's the way the Lord. They have a
Okay, that's
lot,
good to know.
Yeah, good to
a lot
know.
of coverage.
So in the world, when you think you're private, you're not private.
You're not.
It's never.
Never.
So just
You're
do like
always
Diva B and
trapped.
just share with the world everything you are. And on that note, we gonna not privately go to the corner. Shonda's. Cindy's missing his spotlight. I mean,
Shonda's
Shonda's
community corner. She's gonna be out there serving you the corner, dishing the dirt when she needs to, putting you out on
Wait.
Front Street. What was that? Wait.
Wait, did she say Front Street?
Okay. Shonda, you moved to
Street
First Street now?
Corner.
You
I don't know. This don't sound really community anymore.
Front Street. Exactly.
Okay, she
Like,
said
which corner we
Shonda
talk
Street.
about?
Shonda Street. Shonda's on
Street
First Street.
Corner. I don't know. Wait a minute, now, Cindy.
Now
Let me
wait a
put me out
minute.
there.
Who on the corner?
Well, good evening, everyone. I am happy to talk about where there.
Wait there. What happened to it?
Okay, so let me tell you this while I type a banner because I thought I had one already. So Pain the Purpose, we have our Teen Summit again, but I am happy to announce that we have our title sponsor, which is the Ruiz Family Foundation. They
Nice.
so apparently my name or my organization was spoken in a room that I was not in. And
Hello?
God
Won't he do it?
opened
Won't he do
doors
it?
that no man can close. You understand me?
Won't he do it?
So we now have a title sponsor for our event. And when I say title sponsor, they have given us funds for our entire event. And I'm so excited to be
Amen.
our
Blessings.
organization to be blessed with them
Won't he do
wanting
it?
to help us in the community. I'm so excited. Also, I want to thank Miami-Dade Parks and Recreation for giving us the space for free every
Right.
year. And people wouldn't do that for you if you didn't prove yourself. And I just thank God that we were able to show them that we are serious about what we're doing.
Yep.
But I also want to announce our facilitators, these
Oh,
awesome
who's
human
that?
beings. Lord have mercy.
Wait, let me do my face. Let me do that same pose.
Look at TK.
Cute. How cute.
So our host is Mr. Curtis Brown. We have Sharmona McFadden that's going to do Parent Talk. So Parent Talk is a discussion with parents about all the topics. The topics are teen dating violence, suicide, depression, bullying, self-esteem, entrepreneurship, social media, and then balancing college life. And balancing college life by my baby boy, Mr. Elijah Roberts, number 99 himself. He is doing community work for his mama. And I'm so proud of him. He wants to get out there. He said he wants to do community work and help his community out. And he wants to talk to the young kids. So that'll be awesome. We have Miss TK Owens, who is doing social media. She's
The
going to
do's
give
and
our
don'ts.
kids the do's and don'ts of social media.
Ooh,
And
Jesus.
hopefully some information on how to start their podcast. You know, if they want to. You know, a lot of our youth are into a lot of our youth are into social media and starting podcasts and everything they need to know, but they need to know how not to get shut down and how not to get sued and all the other stuff. Y'all better ask with the girl named Tasha K. So then we also have Miss Lynette Brooks, who's going to be doing self-esteem. Lynette Brooks is a part of our Pain the Purpose board. She's been a part for years, and we love her a whole lot. Robbie Joe is going to be on entrepreneurship. Now, Robbie Joe has been our photographer and our videographer for all of our team summits. And this year, he's going to still do that. He's doing a double job, but also going to be talking to our teams about entrepreneurship. We have Miss Kyrie Salters talking about suicide, depression. Alicia Curtis, who's been on this show before, talking about teen dating violence. We have Mr. Ryan David Adams Barton, also known as Professor AB, talking about bullying. And then we also have some companies that have their own 360 camera, which is ABC Cam. That is Mr. Adrian and Brittany Bell. They're bringing their 360 camera for our kids. We have Chicks with Pics, who's bringing their photo booth for our children. And we have Callie's Cakes, who will be donating cupcakes for our kids. So I'm so excited about this event. It's going to be fantastic. We have people registering right now. Our numbers are like we went shopping Saturday and we had a number in our head and we added to that because our registration is blowing up. So I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Y'all pray for your girl. Pray for the team. Just pray that everyone gets what they need out of it. That parents understand how to help their kids. The reason why I started this summit because I went through all of those things as a child. I attempted suicide, and I thank God that it did not work. So I can be here to help our young people in the community. I've been through teen dating violence. I was bullied, and I had issues with my self-esteem and depression. So I thank everyone who has helped us all the time for this summit. It's one of my favorite things to do. So please register your kids. You come out as well. Don't drop them off. Sit down with your children and get this information. This free information. We're going to feed you. You're going to eat. And we're going to have wonderful giveaways for parents and for kids. So I'm excited. Thank you so much, Stevie B.
I didn't get invited to this, and I would have shown up when the professor was speaking. Just so on that note,
did I even say what day it is? It's February 19th, which is next Saturday. From 8 a.m. to 3. You can register online at paying2purpose76.org under events. Click registration. Go ahead and sign up. Did I say it was free? Absolutely free. You don't need to do anything but show up. But you have to stay all day in order to get the giveaways and to participate in the free stuff. So please come.
That's right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Shonda. That was amazing.
Yay.
So I would be there, but I will be out. So
you coming? Are you coming?
No, unfortunately, I will be at the wonderful, beautiful island of Puerto Rico. So I will definitely be there in spirit.
His birthday.
Yes.
So it's my birthday weekend. It's not really my birthday, but it's my birthday weekend. So my birthday. But you can tell the professor I said hello, and the model and the sailor and the who else was on Gilligan's Island? So
Ginger.
Yes. So well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen who are watching, we have sadly come to the end of our show.
I'm free. I don't want to sing.
Well, did you beat your goal yet? We need another
$50.
Another $50.
So right now, I got to give you an update. Right now, we had Dr. Shonda Roberts, who contributed $10. There's Sarah Santana. Oh,
she said
11. 11.
Give her that dollar.
Indigo Go took that $1. Dang.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I know that.
So Shonda Roberts, she donated. We have Sarah that donated and Trina that has donated. So collectively, I have $70. I still need to continue to make
when I log off, you got
58.
58, $68. That's what calculators are made for. I will put the link up in here one more time for you if you would like to contribute. If we make it to our thanks, Shonda. Thank you. If we make it to our goal, I will sing a beautiful song that people pay very good money to hear on our show.
Well, I know I'm giving. I just don't know how to concentrate and give and talk at the same time. But I got
you can actually, Sarah and Trina, you can check your email address, right? Check your email right now.
I got
you have
my
something
song
special
right
in
away.
your inbox. Shonda Roberts got her song right away. She now has a private link to our first single, which she will be making a reel to because that's the follow-up text message that she's about to get.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
We'll get a reel for y'all. So
right.
Can we have a motivational moment? And
Yes.
Cindy, want to sing us into a motivational moment?
TK's motivational moments.
Yes. One time. Guys, thank you so much. It is Monday. What does Monday mean? It is time for Motivational Monday. But you know what? Before we even get into that, we have to acknowledge this amazing.
Yes.
Come on now.
Black
we
everything.
Get a full
black everything.
28 days. I'm gonna be black.
Black everything.
It is
What
Black
date?
History Month, February. We will always celebrate you. We will celebrate you this month, and we will celebrate Black excellence forever. Do you understand? I am just so proud. And so I had to make sure we acknowledge that. And so, with that, this entire month, I will make sure that I give quotes by, Black entrepreneurs, just Black artists, always paying tribute to them. Paying tribute to them. So, of course, one that I wanted to do, and did you guys see this movie? Was it on Netflix?
Oh yes,
Madame
Madam C.J.
C.J.
Walker with Octavia
It was
Spencer. So
so
fierce.
good. It was very, very good. But I just want to make sure that every week during this month is that I acknowledge Black excellence. And so this quote is actually something, there's a chapter in my book that talks about this as well. But here is a quote by Madame C.J. Walker. She says, "Don't sit down and wait for opportunities to come. Get up and make them."
Come
I
on.
want to say that
Well,
again. I'm going to say that again. Don't sit down and wait for opportunities. And I'm going to stop right there. Please understand that your dreams, anything that you want to do, your inspirations are not going to come knocking on your door. Anything that you do, it takes action. And so if you guys ever saw her movie, or if you ever saw or just even know about her, she created Black hair products for African Americans. And of course, she started making them right in her kitchen. But
Wow.
from there, okay, how are we going to sell it? She got out in the public, went to the local market and just started selling, word of mouth, creating flyers. You got to put the work into what you're doing, but more importantly, you have to believe in what you're doing is going to work. And then there's challenges that are going to come. I bet there were several times that she wanted to quit. And you have to be patient enough to know that what you're doing is going to happen. Just like I believe in this talk show. Please understand, from my mouth to God's ears, where it is going. And I believe in everything that I do. And so with that being said, she knew that what she was doing was going to change the world. Then she created her own hair salon. And from the hair salon, everybody started hearing about her. Then she outgrew the hair salon and had to build her own factory, hired Black people, created jobs. And can I just say, I'm so proud to say that she is the first Black female millionaire in the history books. And all of that came from a dream. And it was nothing that a dream came knocking on her door. She had to do the work. So I want to speak to everyone out there. If there is something that you want to do, it is not going to happen just from you thinking. Put it into action. And if you need help, call Coach TK. I will help you put it into action. So from my mouth to your ears, I hope you guys receive.
She's going to bully you, but she'll do it.
It'll be tough.
I'm still on you, Shonda. It's tough love. It's tough love, but you're going to do it.
And I appreciate it.
And guess what I'm going to do? When you are celebrating, when you write that book, Shonda, who's going to be right there next to you?
Child, loud.
I tell you right now, I'm a walking testimonial. TK was my mentor when I was very young, and I was her assistant at her dance studio that she owned and operated. And I said, I want to move to New York, but I'm afraid before I even stopped, she said, you better. Don't even think about
it.
I said, TK, I'm afraid to leave you. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave the kids. She said, if you don't go, you got to go.
Fly.
And that's all I needed, that little validation. And I'm still living my dream.
That's Miss Owens if you're nasty.
Yeah. And if you would have never took that chance to move to New York and went after, you got to be a go-getter.
Yeah.
You just can't just sit on your couch thinking it's going to work. Dr. Shonda, I remember when you started Queen Crafty. I don't know why I can't get my words right tonight, but it was just a thought, remember?
Yeah.
And then you started reaching out to me, Cindy, and just was like, what do I do? I was like, you go here, get your LLC, do this, do that. We have enough support and resources out there that we can help you start that business. So reach out to us. Just do it.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I hope you guys receive that.
Yes, ma'am. Because you always
That's
call me
all.
about some foolishness. But thank you.
You
I
know what?
appreciate you.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
foolishness.
Team Summit. And she ain't gonna
I
show up.
need you.
ain't showing
I'm
up.
glad you're there. I'm glad you because when I don't feel like it, I'm like, okay, TK, dang. So I really appreciate it.
I'm gonna stay on you. You gonna write that book.
I know.
Just know, Shonda, that being bullied brings around the professor.
Yeah. Oh God.
Look
So
at
I'm
him.
just saying.
He'll show up. He'll show up.
TK, if you want to
You
bully
know
me to
what?
bring the professor around, I'm there. You let me know what day and time. Okay.
When you get back from Puerto Rico, call me. Diva B. I got you.
So,
Hilarious.
Dr. Venus,
Yes.
thank you for being a guest host. We really appreciate you. I want to end with you because obviously we have our segments. So, but as kind, as sweet, and as loving as you are, I can't just go and put the outro on and not let Dr. Venus say a word before we leave.
That's right. Come on
So,
now.
do you have anything that you want to say for the ladies and gentlemen, the children, the grandchildren, the professor?
Come on and bless us, Dr. Miller.
Anybody?
It's time to talk for real. Come on now.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. Bring it on.
Well, listen, if I had anything real to say, first of all, thank you, Diva B, for bringing up a topic that is tough when you're on the other side of just dealing with those things. Thank you, Dr. Shonda, for bringing out that aspect of where we have to think about other things. And also, TK always put the icing on the cake. And I can't miss that beautiful voice that's on here as well. Miss Winters. But I would like to say in all things, it is a scripture. It's Romans 12, 1 and 2. And we started this is my first day of a 21-day fast. When people say 20-day fast or 21-day journey, it's, oh my God, I can't eat this. That's not what the journey is about. It's about a reset. It's a reset of things that happens in our life every day. So the first thing that happens in anybody, we have to always focus on every day, is our mindset, resetting it. So that scripture, not to be so deep with you, but that scripture talks about the mindset being renewed every day. For some of us, every second. For me, every millisecond, because my mind is constantly full with things, So I have to really reset my mind. So if I had anything to say to anybody, you do not have to do the challenge with me. This is not even a marketing tip, but reset if you need to reset. If you feel like you're off in different areas. So we are focusing on 5 areas. It's our spiritual wellness, our physical wellness, financial wellness, emotional wellness, and I think the other one is educational. But whatever it is, it's 5 of them. And we want to make sure that we come together as a whole. So mental, physical, financial, emotional, those things are so important to us. And we always focusing on one thing. I want to get this money. You can have a lot of money and be mentally unstable. You feel like you're a little bit smart, but then financially you're not doing good. And then, okay, I'm all together, but emotionally you're falling apart. Think of yourself as a whole being, and you're always going to work on something. Take care of yourself, love on yourself. It is always okay to start over, reset.
Yeah.
Yesterday is gone.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
not promise. We talking about. So thank you for
What is
having
it? Weeping may do for a night, but joy comes in the morning.
every day is morning.
That's
Come
right.
on now.
Every day is morning.
You know what else comes in the morning?
That gets you right
What's
on
that?
together.
Joy. No, just go ahead. What else
The other
comes
thing that comes in the morning is benefits if the friend is good.
We still talk about them
Well,
benefits,
Hey,
y'all.
always.
Do friends with benefits stay all night? I thought they go home to where they pay rent.
They better go home.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, if the benefit is good, he don't gotta go home. But anyway.
You better pay some rent.
Depends on the benefit now. Sometimes it's still a while.
Okay, you got to work for benefits now, darn it.
I'm
Let's
just
stay
kidding,
a
Mom. They go
while.
home
Let's get it. Look, what's up, Mom?
because my mama
Before
watches. So
It's too late. Let's stay a while.
Wow.
Come on now.
Yes.
Before it goes too far.
uh-huh.
Ah,
Ah.
I'm gonna take notes from all 4 of you because obviously your benefits they stayed forever. Because Shonda's been with her
listen,
benefit for
y'all
20
better
years.
ask Mr. Roberts, honey. He got this benefit and didn't want to leave. Don't start.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, doctor, listen, that's called snatch benefit. Snatch.
Oh,
You
tell
just
him,
snatched.
Doc. Yes, ma'am.
What happened? I thought you wasn't. I thought you out here dating. You got snatched.
Oh, okay.
You got snacks.
From the
There
first
you
date
go.
to the second, honey. He ain't left. Our first date was at Tony Roma's, honey. He been here ever since. Yes, ma'am.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was actually one of my first jobs, Tony Roma's. So, but ladies, thank you for your time. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your input into our topics. It has been a wonderful show. Cindy, we wish you safe journeys
We
to
miss
the
you,
next
Sid.
city that is going to be blessed with your presence. And to next week,
We're off.
we are off because it's Valentine's Day.
Yes.
So you're all
Gonna
gonna
be
get your
hunching.
benefits, okay?
Get your
If you
benefits.
can't get it during the
Hunching.
week, you get it during Valentine's.
Go
Day.
benefits.
So
We got
we're
benefits.
not gonna compete with Valentine's Day because
Mm-mm.
as much
People
as
have
we love
plans.
y'all,
Listen,
People got plans.
You know, Valentine's Day is the master benefit day.
True.
Listen,
yes,
The master benefit.
exactly.
All right, I'm just saying.
I honestly think that Valentine's Day was invented by men.
Bo,
Because it's the one
By
by
men.
men, because it's the one day that they, they can get the
They get what
benefits
they
without
want.
having to try too hard. Exactly. So
No, you better give me a
Or something.
gift. Something.
you know
You
what
gonna pay
TK.
free.
I
Ooh,
like pasta.
that would have been a
Take
great
me out for
question.
pasta.
should a friend with benefits have to give you gifts on holidays?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's a benefit.
Oh,
Dinner.
Dinner.
I don't know now.
well, then
Friends
next
with
Monday I better get a
benefits
Gucci
Squid ink
bag. Just saying.
pasta linguine.
So
Come on, Sid.
Okay, Italian bread and panna cotta.
She said,
What? Okay, let's just talk about the Super Bowl coming up. Y'all make sure y'all
Because
watch-
Ryan, if Ryan mentioned this Super
Ryan,
Bowl,
if
go
he doesn't
Rams.
give Ryan his due,
Please
Ryan
go Rams.
has
Okay,
been
Ryan.
posted about this Super
Go
Bowl
Ryan.
the whole show.
he
Ryan,
had straight
we're gonna
ignored it
watch the
until
Super
now.
Bowl. You know
We
I'm gonna
gonna
watch
watch it, Ryan.
because I'm
Lord.
preparing for my baby in the Super Bowl. So let me start watching right now
Okay.
and practice my
Get your
reaction.
t-shirts printed. Okay, if you need the t-shirts printed, go to queencrafty.com.
Period.
Queen Crafty Designs.
Queen Crafty is booked until March. I'm sorry.
Oh, oops.
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh.
problem.
You
to
can't hate
have.
from outside of the club if you can't get in. All right.
there you go. Well, enjoy your Super Bowl. Go Rams and keep the benefits flowing. Thank
We
you.
got $29 left, y'all. Let's
I
keep
got
it.
you.
$29.
I got
Let's
you.
get Cindy to this $29 mark.
TK
Somebody
said you
go
got her.
I
and
got you,
post.
Sid.
TK said she got her, but TK don't do 29, do 30.
You first of all, she already know me. I got you, boo.
Okay, she got you. Bye.
All right, where's the
Bye.
link? Bye, everybody.
Add it up. Okay, alright.
TK, you can hit the link in the chat.
In Talk Miami, right? Because I'm on there now. Is it
You
in
can
Talk
click